welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and we're going to mix another two patterns here today. We're going to use this one again. This is pattern 1451 over on friendshipbracelets.net. We're going to just scooch that over to the side and put it to a new layer. There we go. And this pattern, this is 1783. Also on friendshipbracelets.net. Just gonna move it off to the side and we can anchor the layer. Okay, so I kind of want to do the same thing with this first pattern, the 1451. I want to do what we did before. So I think it starts at the very center there. Yep, just like that. And then the lighter purple, let's use this one, goes kind of off in the emptier spaces here. I have to say, I do like the simplicity of this pattern. It's kind of fun. I don't know. It's a little on the silly side, but I like it. All right, and we're going to go with the two strands of the purple again. For no other reason, it's just like how it turns out. Makes it a little easier to not. Let's so doing these underlying strings, if you're new here, really kind of helps you to be able to see how a pattern comes together, kind of lets you know where the strings are going, in case there's any question or doubt if a pattern is feasible. This is a way of working it all out in advance. It can help you to see other possibilities, other things that you could do with the pattern. Seeing that the purple comes through here, I could turn it into a bit of a diamond shape that sort of has the pinkish purple at the corners. Would it look neat? Probably. You know, little things like that can help you to create your very own pattern, something new and different. I think it's kind of fun. I think that's a fun aspect of what we make, is that we can change up and do whatever we like, as long as the strings allow for it. Now, I'm not sure what's going into the middle. We'll have to see what happens with the other pattern, but this is pretty much the path that these take. And we can just kind of do the same thing with the other side. It's kind of straightforward, relatively easy. I like the way that some of these easier patterns, like I said, can be an inspiration. Look, this could be a diamond over here, and this can be a diamond over here with a purple diamond in the center. That would actually be a really cool looking pattern. Right? It would look like the pinks were kind of overlapping with it, or you could change it up. You could make it so the pink on the left overlaps and then the purple overlaps. You know, there's possibilities essentially. And yeah, it's all for anybody who wants to give it a try. All right. Now the question is, what is going on with this one? we've got a red that appears to just come up the edge. Like that. I didn't really think out how this pattern was going to work when I chose it to mix up together. I kind of think that this is going to end up being red down the center. Otherwise, it would kind of periodically have the purple in there. Okay. And so now let's use our gray that we've been using. And so it looks to me like we're going to end up with one dot in the center, and then it'll be the rest of these will be in the groups of 4. Otherwise, we'd have to move the center line down 1 in order to make it work out, but then it would mess with the other side, and I kind of think the other side is already kind of easy. No sense in trying to make it weird. All right. So if I got the feel for this right, this is how the black string goes. So yeah, this is not an easy pattern. There is an awful lot of zigzagging and trying to get it to balance and not get kind of a stretched out weird look. So yeah, this will have taken a little bit of practice to have the hang of this. With that said, it's not the most difficult thing. The problem I will have is knowing when I reach the center, because it would be really easy to pass that up. Mind you, if I wanted to, I could use basically just an estimate of how many white squares there are, and then just kind of blow past this middle part here, and then just kind of end it where it seems right, like the right length. And I might do that actually. I typically don't, but this one seems like it would be kind of good to do that with. This is interesting. Just for fun, I can make couple strings up here for this. This can just kind of bounce and come back in. That way, less chance of running out of it. I can do it on the other side as well, but I'm kind of curious about how much the ones in the center would be. This one just feels like it's just going to be a little bit fiddly. Just no real good long segment knotting. But there'll be a bit. There will be a bit. Yeah. So I can make this one a red as well. And then just leave these two as the white. Or, since there's like 3 strands, that's like a perfect skein for me, like, because I cut in thirds. I can make these ones over here the off-white. So let's use this yellowish to be that. I would fill it all in, but I want the gray over there, so I can't quite do that. But this one can bounce out. Yeah. All right, well, I'm filling this in. Let me just thank my YouTube members who make this stuff possible. I go through a lot of floss, and without their support, I would not be able to afford to be able to do what I do. Plus, there are other things kind of going on as far as what costs. I actually would really like to get a new computer. I've been having trouble with this one, and I'm beginning to feel like maybe it's put in its time, and it's time to start considering the possibility of a new PC. And that's going to be expensive. I'm not sure how I'm going to come up with that. Maybe I'll do a fundraiser, sell a bunch of bracelets or something. Mind you, all the bracelets that you see me make typically come up for sale at the beginning of the next month after I've done the monthly review. I try to put them up for sale. So if there's a particular one that you thought was really cool, you really liked it, that would be when you could get it. Yeah, this is going to be kind of interesting. This pattern on the right is definitely going to be something of a challenge. Kind of neat. Okay, so now let's grab our gray again and select by color, paint bucket, and there we go. So I'm going to hide our inspirations and copy this whole top half, paste it, and use our flip tool again. And anchor the layer. There we go. Yeah, so making that extra red over here is definitely different. The alternative would be that this row, you can see it would have been the purple every other one. It would be the dark and the purple every other one. So I don't think that would have really worked out as well. But the red seems to work out. You can imagine that there'd be another red if there was one more row on the other side. So it kind of implies that something might have happened over there. But there we go. There's our pattern. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'll get this cut up and worked on for tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out with me. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.